Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Hi,
wabarakatuh.
my name is Sita Rahayu, and today I will talk about the student's grammatical error in English in Indonesian English translation. And I have divided my presentation into three parts. The first part we are going to talk about the definition of grammar and translation, and the next part is what kind of student's grammatical errors in Indonesian English translation, and the last part we are going to talk about how to solve this problem. And the purpose of my presentation today is to inform you all about the student's grammatical error in Indonesian English translation and how to solve it. Let's move to the first part. The first question: what's the definition of grammar and translation? There are two points here: grammar and translation. We know that language are structured by people making sounds which evolve into words, phrases, and sentences. In learning a foreign language, the learners are exposed to the process of approximate to the system that used by native speakers. So, when you want to translate word, you should know the language and also the target language. And then, according to Brown, grammar is the system of covering the functional, arrangement, and the relationship of words into sentences. And then, according to Larson, the definition of translation is the transferring the source language into the target language or the receptor language by way of semantic structure. So you can get the point here that grammar and translation is to say that correlation, and then grammar mastery is needed to all students in order to enable them to deliver the message correctly. And then grammar takes such an important thing in the translation process. We move to the second part, is what kind of the student's grammatical error in Indonesian English translation. Learning a language means that the study to communicate with the language appropriately both spoken and written. So the process of translation is not as simple and it's not easy as we think, because when we translate we will find there are so many problems. There are so many problems like the noun phrase, the verb phrase, and the word formation. There are so many kinds. And here I will give you some example of the grammatical error in Indonesian English translation. Let's see here. Here we can see that in Indonesian to English, when we want to translate in Indonesian in English, for example, anak pintar, smart boy, but most of people translate in boy smart. This is wrong because we know that when we want to translate from Indonesian to English, sometimes are inverted. Inverted, I mean here tertukar. Another example is gadis cantik, beautiful girl, not girl beautiful, because it will have the different meaning. And the last is English Indonesian. When we want to translate from the English Indonesian, new bike. New bike means that sepeda baru bukan baru sepeda. And then cute cat, kucing manis, bukan manis kucing. Like that. This is in words. And we move to the second example. This is one of sentence. For example, mereka selalu melewati jalan itu setiap hari. They always pass the street every day. This is the wrong. Why this is wrong? Because we know that always and every day is used in simple present tense. But the sentence is here that pass in here that past tense. So the right sentence is they always path that straight every day. To change the first, this is one of the grammatical errors in first phrase. Another example is dia tidak suka membaca. He is not like reading. He is not like reading. It is an adjective, right? This is true. He doesn't like reading. He doesn't like reading because this is the first phrase. We move to the next example. This is the last example of the student's grammatical error. This is the source language. Source language is here. Kadang ada pengendara yang mengendarai kendaraannya dengan kecepatan tinggi. Kecepatan tinggi here. Target language, when you want to translate in English, sometimes there are drivers who drive his or her vehicle with high speed. High in here that adjective and speedy here as adjective. So adjective, what the function of adjective? The function of adjective is to derive noun. So here should be noun. Speedy depends into the noun becomes speed. So the right translation is sometimes there are drivers who drive their vehicle with high speed. Why did it become high speed? Because this is noun. Noun is the adjective choose the right noun. And so ladies, we know that grammar has important rules when you want to translate. So I will explain how to do this in the last section. We move to the next section about how to solve this problem. In order to communicate correctly and appropriately, once you have good components of language that you are language, you know that as a good translator, you should know both on the target language and the language. We don't really know what of them because as good translators, we are supposed to work some different of the software language. Like I said before, there are sometimes are inverted. So this rarely happens without students lack of knowledge of the target language. So to solve this problem, first we should improve our knowledge about the target language and the language. This of course is serious concern for the readers in transforming one language to another language will cause misunderstanding among the readers. So we must master the set of rules in translation. One of them is grammar. So the second, the last way to solve this problem is we should learn grammar. So we can change this. And the last step is translation process consists of creating first is analysis, the second is the process, and the last one is the adaptation. Analysis is that an effort to understand the language, to understand the word formation, and then the style of reading of the reader or the author, and then to know the diction. So we want to and then the process is done by changing the source language into the common durable target language. I think now, and to summarize my presentation today, I think that this is a good idea to me all and also to all teachers to learn grammar effectively in order to make the students become good translators from translation. And then, if there's any questions for you all, then feel free to ask. I will be glad to answer you know that almost member here and member in this class. And of course, not all, but not all here going to be a teacher. And then my teacher is actually what is the teacher going to do or should do to diminish students' grammatical error in teaching and learning process. What this teacher should do? To solve this problem, teacher has the big role. Teacher has the big and important role to solve this problem because teacher can study the student's grammatical error in order to check the student's grammar competence. So the teacher can know how far our student knowledge about the grammar from the translation work, and then it is also a positive way to make the teacher know what the student needs to teach in order to improve their student skill, especially in translation. So the teacher must always check their student grammatical from their